we went ahead, we got a proper brake drum for the car, and we threw it on there, and we tightened it up. In order to tighten it up properly, we had to step on the brakes to hold the wheel. What ended up happening was, while we were stepping on the brakes, the brake line started to give out, and brake fluid started leaking. So we looked into the cause, and it was one of these little, it's supposed to be a connector, it has two prongs sticking out of it, and it is one of the things that helps the fluid be kept in the distributor, because without this, the fluid leaks. And as you can see, it broke right about here. In order to fix that, we need to get a new one. Well, luckily, auto parts store near us had the part. It is this one right here. Now, at the store, I checked and compared the threads, and it seemed to be lining up pretty well, but I just tried to put it in, and even though the threads seem to be going in pretty well, when I tried to put it into the distributor unit, it's not fitting, so I'm gonna see what's what. After my friends gave me the age-old advice of try using a wrench, it finally went in. That, however, would be where the good news end. Well, might as well zip up. So, everyone, it seems that our journey has come to an end. The bolt that we put in, it fit. We have the brake fluid. I'm sure that if we blood the brakes, it would all function no problem. There is one more issue, however, and it's this. It looks like that we're subject to the Oregon weather, just like everybody else, and the bleeding of the brakes is something that takes time, and frankly, it's not pleasant to do in a rainstorm. On top of that, we've run out of time. We do have to be going back to California, and we have to be there as early as we can this upcoming week. So we want to be back home either tomorrow morning or midday, but given how things stand, this is the end of the adventure. For now, I think I will return back here, and when the weather is looking a little brighter, we will go ahead and we'll give this another shot. But as things stand, this is it. So it's been fun. Maybe she'll return, the Beetle, or maybe this is the end and she'll end up in a junkyard. Who knows? But I think that we're gonna call it here. So it's been fun. Thanks for joining us. Have a wonderful rest of your day. Peace. Okay, let's talk. Hello, my name is Mark, but if you've made it this far, you probably already knew that. I wanted to tell you guys what happened after that last clip. Now, currently, I will be showing a video of the dash cam from the camera car, as well as film footage that we recorded from the inside. So enjoy the clips because they're going to explain pretty much everything that I'm going to tell you right now. That last clip was where I decided to end the project. It came down to a matter of safety. The time that we spent in Oregon was the worst possible time we could have been up there. Reason being is because they received the most rain they have gotten in the past 50 years. We were literally there at the worst possible time. Where did that leave us? Well, the roads were flooding. Hillsides were coming down. People's homes were damaged. And this is Oregon. These people are used to the rain. But given the amount of rain that fell, nobody was prepared for this. Not even them. So while parts of somebody's fence were being carried down the street by the flooding waters, we realized that if we attempted to drive the Beetle back to California, it would have been incredibly dangerous. One, given the weather conditions, of course. Two, in that very first clip of this video, the problem that we were addressing was the brakes literally went down to the floor as soon as we finished fixing everything else. We were literally tightening the last and final bolt and as soon as we finished tightening it, the brake pedal went straight to the floor. What does that mean for us? Well, it means that something broke in the brake line. If the brakes don't work, the car is undrivable at best. So we decided to leave it there. See, I realized how dangerous the vehicle really was at that very moment. Because up until then, I still planned on taking it back down to California. But the moment those brakes hit the floor, if that had happened to me on the roadway, that would have been it. Up until that point, the whole trip was fun and games, but I came to understand what really was at stake. And it wasn't just me, but also the lives of other people on the road. That brought me to a point. Do I stay here and fix the car and try to drive it down and save a few $100s? Or do I just drive back home, maybe tow it back down at a later date? We decided that it would have been better for everybody if we just towed it, which is exactly what we did. Currently, the car is here with me. It is in the parking lot. It is going to remain that way until I sell the vehicle. I like Beetles. I like classic cars. I think they're just really cool. There's just something about seeing an old vehicle on the road. And not only that, but it's unique. And after all these years, it's driving. And it is an amazing sight. However, when it comes to other various projects I have in store and safety, I'm going to choose safety. Because I don't have a problem with doing dangerous activities. But when the lives of other people are at stake, that is a good time to draw the line. With everything said, if that sounds disheartening to you, that's okay. There are plenty of Beetles on the planet. They are incredibly affordable, and I encourage you to go get one yourself and fix it. As for myself, I can't continue to film with this vehicle. So here's what I have planned. As soon as this vehicle is sold, and I have space that is opened up to park another vehicle, I'm going to do exactly that. The same week, I'm going to buy another car, and we're going to continue filming. But in the meantime, I just want to say thank you all for watching. I know it's been a long journey, but if you stuck through it with me, thank you. Have yourself a wonderful rest of your day. As I said before, the saga continues. I wanted to add a little postscript. I wanted to thank a few people for helping me make this difficult 2-week-long project happen. The first person I want to thank is my cameraman, who is very, very patient and is also very good at what he does. And it's easy to bounce around ideas with him. To my cameraman, Isaiah, thank you. The second person I would like to thank is Michael, that you saw in more than half the videos. He was very generous. He also provided a place for me to stay for almost 2 weeks. And on top of that, he also helped fix the buggy when it broke down. So to Michael and his wife, I want to give a big fat thank you. The last person that I did want to give thanks to is another man that you saw in the video. That man would be Colby. He not only came through to help fix the buggy, he also called around all of the stores and people he knew, and he helped find all of the parts. On top of that, he also let us drive his truck and put it through some serious testing, as we'll call it. And all of that testing resulted in a busted drive shaft U-joint. It is something that we would have happily fixed, but given that most of that truck is custom, it was impossible to find the proper parts to fix the truck in the short amount of time that we would have liked. So I just wanted to thank Colby for all of the help that he provided for us, as well as being generous with a vehicle that is very dear to him.